Not already diagnosed with diabetes, go to truckersfund.org. Take the risk assessment located under the Health and Wellness tab and sign up today.
I'm Ed Hall, author of The Kindness Revolution. My wife and I enjoyed a wonderful dinner last week with friends we hadn't seen in a long time. The next day, I sent a text message letting them know how much we enjoyed being there. That same day, we received a handwritten note, which they delivered to our mailbox, letting us know how much they had enjoyed our dinner, along with an article we had discussed. That note and that effort means a lot to me, and it should. The fact they had taken the time to write and deliver a heartfelt note sure made my little text message seem somewhat indifferent. In today's high-tech, low-touch world, how refreshing it is to get a thoughtful, handwritten note once in a while. I'm ordering something in the handwritten note business today, and I hope I can make someone's world a little kinder. To learn more, check us out at thekindnessrevolution.net.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Chandra with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. As a parent, you are your child's first teacher. Like all students, kids will make mistakes. Your goal is to encourage the behavior you want to see. Set clear expectations, reward good behavior, and withdraw privileges when needed. What doesn't work is spanking.
Spanking does work. It does work. You're lying. It works. Work with me. We good. Yeah. Spanking works. They always talk me. Spanking doesn't work. Bull crap. Yes, it does. Works every time it's used. Sometimes you just got to use it more than once. You never close your eyes anymore when I think you're leaving.
This afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1432.
You never close your eyes anymore when I think you'll leave.
It's Runner Radio. He is Eric Carly, and I'm Gary McNamara. Good morning and welcome. Uh-oh. What happened? See that headline? What's that? Republicans return to the salt mines. 8 members want to subsidize high taxes now to Democratic states. That's coming back up again. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the salt tax. They want to lift the cap. Of course, all those Republicans, the 8 members, are all in high tax states. Yeah, I think, it was inevitable that you would have a handful of Republicans. You and I talked about it along the way that would come back, try and revisit this. I don't know what attention it gets, though. I don't know that right now it's top priority. It may become one, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is. Well, but it's part of the tax bill that the Republicans have a tax cut bill that they want to promote, right? Moving into the next election, and Republicans will probably hold that from happening because they want it. So right. That's where it would be an impact, is Republicans wish to cut taxes, right? And they wouldn't be able to do it. And look, it seems like one of those tax issues on the salt tax that's a little in the weeds for where we are right now. You know what I mean? No, I understand. Top of the hour news is brought to you by House Products. Visit houseproducts.com.
This is Red Eye Radio on Westwood One.
Professional Drivers, FPPF is the producer of the legendary fuel-powered diesel fuel treatment, available at truck stops and other retail outlets throughout North America. Visit FPPF.com.
Eric and Gary for the Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier. Tons of questions about the Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier. We thought we'd do a little Q&A. Here's a question. Does it work on any smell? Yes, the Thunderstorm gets rid of strong odors from cooking, cigarette smoke, litter boxes, and more. Even the mildew smell from basements. How long does it take to work? Immediately. The Thunderstorm starts working in seconds to clear a room of any odor. What about replacement filters? No, you never need them. Does the Thunderstorm Air Purifier really work? Over 350,000 thunderstorms have been sold already with thousands of 5-star reviews online. Here's a question we get a lot. How do I get a deal on the Eden Pure Thunderstorm? Right now, you can save $200 on 3 thunderstorms for whole home protection. That's 3 units for under $200. Just go to EdenPureDeals.com, enter the discount code REDEYE. That's EdenPureDeals.com, discount code REDEYE, and you get free shipping.
At Progressive Commercial, we know truckers don't have time for games, so we don't truck around. We leave that to all the long-haul truckers running up
So
down
we
the
don't
sideways
truck
across
around.
this great trucking country of ours. We're here to talk about insurance and trucking and how roadside assistance is now
We
available
don't
for heavy
truck
trucks,
around.
which can come in handy
Is
if
it?
things get trucked
Imagine
up
it.
there while you're
In
trucking
something.
around. Get a quote in as little as 5 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Roadside assistance provided by third party and subject to policy terms and conditions. Not available in all states.
The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is excited to once again offer our diabetes prevention program. Driving Down Diabetes is a free CDC-approved diabetes prevention program. This year-long program begins January 9th, 2023, with live webinars focusing on nutrition, movement, stress management, and sleep, while receiving encouragement and accountability. It's for those at risk for diabetes only, not for those who have already been diagnosed with diabetes. If you are an over-the-road truck driver with a valid Class A CDL and are wondering if you are at risk for diabetes, go to truckersfund.org and take the risk assessment located under the Health and Wellness tab. Driving Down Diabetes.
You've lost that love and feeling. Now you go.
Email Julie
Go.
at truckersfund.org. Don't let diabetes put the brakes on your career.
Boom, boom.
Sign up today.
Boom, boom.
Again, to sign up and get more info, go to
Baby,
truckersfund.org.
I get down on my knees for you. Boom,
For you.
boom, boom,
Trucker.com is back with information
Baby,
you need
baby,
to keep your truck
I
running
know
and
the
money
thing
rolling.
that
From
you
new products to the latest
do.
regulations,
Whatever.
American Trucker has what you need to know. American Trucker staff
You
knows
never
that you are
close
part of a
your
small
eyes
business, and they work hard to bring you news and
anymore
information
when
that
I
matters.
kiss
So don't miss
your
American Trucker's
lips.
newsletter. Go to trucker.com.
There's no understanding about the way you do it in your fingertips. Whatever that song is. I know it's hard not to show it, baby. But baby, you know that I know you've lost that love and
Now
feeling.
that he's pleaded not guilty to 4 felony federal
Whoa,
felony
that
charges involving
love and
election
feeling.
interference, former President Trump's spokeswoman Alina Habba says a new job begins.
President Trump and his legal team and everyone on his team will continue to fight, not for him, but for the American people.
Mr. Trump's attorneys are expected to try to delay the case until after the 2024 election. As for the special counsel, Jack Smith's investigation, CBS's Rebecca Roife says the indictment's 6 unnamed co-conspirators could change its course.
He's still building his case. He obviously thinks he has a strong enough case to go forward, but prosecutors always want us to move this case constantly. Chose to work with the prosecutor. I'm sure he would be very happy, and that might be one of the strategies.
A federal appeals court panel has ruled the Biden administration's asylum restrictions at the southern border can remain in place at least through September, while a longer legal battle plays out over their legality. CBS's Christopher Cruz.
Presumes most migrants for asylum in the seeking protection there, or if they do, the title into the U.S.
In Russia, opposition leader Alexei Navalny is due to appear in court today to hear the verdict in his
Now,
legal trial
he
on
going to jail.
terrorism charges. The prosecution is asking for a 20-year prison sentence. Navalny's already serving 9 years at a penal colony near Moscow for fraud and contempt of court. The U.S. military is beefing up security in Strait of Hormuz. Pentagon correspondent Andy McCormick reports.
This comes after a series of Iranian attacks against commercial vessels. No order has been issued yet, but the plan is in place to put more armed sailors and Marines aboard commercial vessels. That could start as early as this weekend. Additional Marines will be filled in the region. Oil tankers will receive top priority.
Here in the U.S., analysts expect this morning's jobs report to show employers are hitting the brakes on new hires. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger. With the labor market slowing down, the Fed is hoping for a slow drift upwards in the unemployment rate and for payroll gains to be around 100,000 for a few months in a row. There could even be some months where there's negative job growth. Lots of people are plunking down money on tonight's $1.25 billion Mega Millions jackpot, including Kevin Cook in Golden Valley, Minnesota.
I'm retired, so it will go a long way to supplementing my retirement income.
There have been 30 straight drawings with no winner. S&P futures up 8. This is CBS News.
That's because
Hire with
it's
minimal effort and max
something else.
speed with Indeed. Their hiring solution platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates efficiently. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
The New York Times calls BritBox the best of British telly. Stream brilliant series you can only find on BritBox. Unlock acclaimed favourites like Vera and Stonehouse, plus the upcoming original drama Archie, the story of Cary Grant. Start a free trial at BritBox.com.
Staples has what you need for travel. Passport photos, luggage, headphones, even personal travel-sized items. Now, get $10 off your purchase of 30 or more when you buy a travel service. In-store only offer ends 9/16. Exclusions apply. Staples, your first stop. Do not stop.
Siemens Drug Emporium is rolling out a lucrative bonanza. We need 10 new sales associates as the crowds in March. Indeed can help them hire great people fast. I need Indeed. Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates with resumes and Indeed fits your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply. Here's one for Queen Fan.
A baby grand piano used to compose Queen's greatest hits and some 1,400 other items that belong to the late Freddie Mercury are hitting the auction block in September. But before they go out to bid, the flamboyant costumes and a handwritten draft of Bohemian Rhapsody are going on display in a free exhibition at Sotheby's, London. That manuscript has the title Mongolian Rhapsody crossed out and is expected to fetch at least $1 million. Other items going up for auction are the working drafts for Somebody to Love and Mercury left the items to his close friend, Mary Austin. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News. Vegans have something new to sink their teeth into, a $69 plant-based steak. The FU for freaking unbelievable filet mignon is new on the menu at Charlie's Steakhouse in Orlando. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
ain't no steak worth $92.
Between something
I'm
high
sorry.
quality or something that saves you money,
You never
get
go
both, especially when it comes to healthcare. And that's
Whoa.
Medishare. You get both. The typical family saves $500 a month switching to Medishare, and that's huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making
Really?
the switch too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medishare is double the health insurance plan. Double, because Medishare works. It's been around for over 6 years, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth,
Okay.
YouTube, no network, so
Voluntary recall of Doritos Nacho Cheese.
feeling happy with how
Okay,
you're taking care of
all right.
your healthcare. If you're self-employed or part of the
But I ate them by now,
you
though.
just want a plan you're happy with. You can call right now to get a price within 2 minutes. Here is the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Don't miss Sean Hannity
Biden incoherently adheres
live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples has what you need for travel. Passport photos, luggage, headphones, even personal travel-sized items. Now get $10 off your purchase of 30 or more when you buy a travel service. In-store only offer ends September 16th. Exclusions apply. Staples, your first stop to non-stop travel.
A good chance of showers and thunderstorms throughout the day today. It will not rain all day long, and it probably will not rain everywhere, but the chance of seeing showers and storms is high. There's already activity on radar this morning, so take your rain gear with you today. If you dodge the rain and storms long enough, you'll easily get into the 90s, but the rain and storms will certainly keep temperatures down in many places. For the weekend, I wouldn't cancel any plans, but certainly plan on showers and storms being around. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Your Friday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Albany, Greenville, and 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy, still carrying light traffic. Larry Live Oak, make sure you've got the right insurance for your needs and lifestyle. Larry's been customizing insurance since 1988. Call Live Oak Insurance, 4791 Main Street in Millbrook, 285-2881. Buckle up, it's the law for Montgomery Skywatch traffic. This is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Judd Davis. Here's what's happening on this Friday in the news. Donald Trump is back in New Jersey after appearing in a Washington courtroom. The former president was indicted for a third time. He pleaded not guilty to 4 new charges accusing him of trying to overthrow the 2020 presidential election. Trump's next hearing is set for August 28th. His attorney waived his right to a speedy trial. And the former president will be in Montgomery tonight. Trump will be the keynote speaker at the Alabama GOP's summer dinner tonight at the Renaissance Hotel. In Wetumpka, a small plane crashed along Highway 231. It happened at the intersection of Jasmine Hill Road. The plane was lying on its back. Fire officials say one person was on board and walked away without any serious injuries. The Montgomery County Courthouse was evacuated Thursday. Employees waited outside the complex as emergency crews cleared the scene. The sheriff's office confirmed it did not find anything suspicious. That's your news on this Friday. I'm Jed Davis for WSFA 12 News.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Tuning into the baseball game, monitoring the incoming storm, catching your favorite talk show. These are just a few of the reasons more than 80 million Americans depend on AM radio each month. And did you know AM radio is the backbone of the emergency alert system? It's reliable, free, and public safety depends on it. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Russ Wilson here.
Okay, a little water in there. That's
United
good.
Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Healthy kids.
To get involved, go to UnitedWay.org/60. Are you guys going to do that every time?
Yes, of course.
Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Chandra with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. As a parent, you are your child's first teacher. Like all students, kids will make mistakes. Your goal is to encourage the behavior you want to see. Set clear expectations, reward good behavior, and withdraw privileges when needed. What doesn't work
Spanking
is
works.
it only increases the risk your child will be aggressive.
Yeah.
For more strategies on
Spanking
how to
does work.
talk with your
She's
pediatrician
lying.
Or visit healthychildren.org.
She's lying.
Tanks are
She's
used in
lying.
municipal sewers
Spanking
not
works.
available, and
Not
this is
abuse.
important.
But putting a piece of wood on it
System
helps every once in a
for
while.
family,
It helped me out lots of times. Lots of times.
expensive to repair. You can prevent your system from failing by having your tank pumped every 3 to 5 years. Keep a separate container for.
I'm about to run for the school board.
Use detergent.
Yeah.
And spread laundry over several days.
And employ
Not
some
overload
common
the
sense.
system with too much water.
Common sense
This
is in
message
short
brought to you
supply.
by the Alabama
I'm going to run for the school board if I ain't too old.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
And here we go.
Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day.
Hey, good morning.
Take a deep breath and change
Good morning.
from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
And good morning, good morning, good morning, one and all. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. We meet together this time just about every morning. And at this time every morning, it is time for our daily bread. A word from on high, something that'll change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning. It is August the 4th. Today's daily bread is people of refuge. Our scriptural insight today comes from Ruth 3, 1 through 9. Ruth 3 and 9 says, spread the corner of your garment over me, since you are a guardian redeemer of our family. Govern yourselves accordingly. And a good morning again. And again, it is August the 4th, 2023 AD. It is another day, one more above ground, and the ground's not above you. August the 4th, it is a day that has never been. And it's a day that once it's gone, you can't get it back. It will never, ever come again. You don't get a do-over. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back to do all the things that you should have done this day and you didn't. And you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, August the 4th, 2023 AD, whatever it is that you do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done with the time allotted. If you've been around a while, you've lived, you've seen, you've heard many, many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace and mercy of God, we may, I'm not sure, but we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, whatever we do, we should make sure that every once in a while we ought to look back, reach back, and give somebody else a helping hand as we travel the highways of life. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well that nobody living, no one dead, no one even alive can do it any better. And I say that is the standard by which you live life. You shall always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you will never be a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest if you can. But you never, ever give up. Because quitters don't win. And while winners may lose a thing or two, they'll never be losers because they don't quit. My mother used to say nothing beats a failure but a try. One foot in front of the other. Martin Luther King said, if you cannot run, walk. You cannot walk, crawl. But whatever you do, whatever it is, keep moving forward. Don't ever give up. Don't ever quit. Because quitters never win. And winners, oh, they may fail at a thing or two, but they don't quit. Good morning to you. August the 4th, People Refuge. That's our daily bread for this day, August the 4th, 2023. We'll be back.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. I'm Mike Whitmer, and I titled our reading, People of Refuge. Bill and Sandy, moved by stories of refugee children, opened their hearts and home to two of them. After they picked them up at the airport, they nervously drove home in silence. Were they ready for this? They didn't share the same culture, language, or religion, but they'd become people of refuge for these precious children. Boaz was moved by the story of Ruth. He had heard how she'd left her people to support Naomi, and when Ruth came to glean in his field, Boaz prayed this blessing over her. May the Lord repay you for what you have done. May you be richly rewarded by the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge. Ruth reminded Boaz of his blessing when she interrupted his sleep one night. Awakened by movement at his feet, Boaz asked, "Who are you?" Ruth replied, "I am your servant Ruth. Spread the corner of your garment over me, since you are a guardian redeemer of our family." The Hebrew word for corner of garment and wings is the same. Boaz gave Ruth refuge by marrying her, and their great-grandson David echoed their story in his praise to the God of Israel. "How priceless is your unfailing love, O God," he wrote in Psalm 36. "People take refuge in the shadow of your wings." Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Ruth chapter 3, verses 1 through 9. One day, Ruth's mother-in-law Naomi said to her, "My daughter, I must find a home for you, where you will be well provided for." Now Boaz, with whose women you have worked, is a relative of ours. Tonight he will be winnowing barley on the threshing floor. Wash, put on perfume, and get dressed in your best clothes. Then go down to the threshing floor, but don't let him know you are there until he has finished eating and drinking. When he lies down, note the place where he is lying. Then go and uncover his feet and lie down. He will tell you what to do. "I will do whatever you say," Ruth answered. So she went down to the threshing floor and did everything her mother-in-law told her to do. When Boaz had finished eating and drinking and was in good spirits, he went over to lie down at the far end of the grain pile. Ruth approached quietly, uncovered his feet, and lay down. In the middle of the night, something startled the man. He turned, and there was a woman lying at his feet. "Who are you?" he asked. "I am your servant Ruth," she said. "Spread the corner of your garment over me, since you are a guardian redeemer of our family." Let's pray. Father, we take refuge in you. Use us to extend your refuge to others. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Amen. All right, that means it's time to rise and shine. But it's a Friday, which means like it's a weekend eve. I mean, it's a day to celebrate. Of course, you should celebrate all the days, to tell you the truth. All right. No PT today because I got no. Okay. No PT today, but we are going to have the 82nd Airborne Choir. Once again, entertain you this morning. Okay, so we can rise and shine. Time to roll. Let's get it. We're wasting daylight. Is it daylight yet? I hope it is.
We're gonna jump from a big iron bird. We're gonna jump from a big iron bird. Stand up, hook up, shuffle to the door. Stand up, hook up, shuffle to the door. And leap right out and count to 4. Leap right out and count to 4. If my main don't open wide, if my main don't open wide, I've got a reserve by my side.
I got a reserve by my side. Here we go. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Hey, la, 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 hey, hey. Hey, la, 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 hey, hey. La, la, ho. And the GI gravy. We're so glad we just joined the Navy. Hey, la, ho. GI corn. We're so glad when we're airborne. Hey, lottie, lottie, hey. Here we go. All the way. Every day. Come on now. All the way.
Thank you so much. I'll see you in a few minutes.
And we will see you in a few minutes. That's right. All right, now you ought to be awoke. Excuse me, probably not great grammar. You should be awoken. However you say it. by now. And thank the good Lord, one more day you're on top of the ground and the ground's on top of you. So having said that, that means it's time to, time to get up and go to work. Okay. Don't be wasting daylight. Okay. We got a lot of things to talk about today. Some things we should have talked about a long time ago, but we haven't. Oh, and did I tell you guys I'll be with Trump tonight? I tell you all that I'm gonna be with the man tonight. I just want to let you know, and we probably gonna hang out in the corner by ourselves for a couple minutes and talk world politics. But I'm just saying I'll be with the man tonight. So don't be calling me tonight because I'm not answering the phone. Okay, I'll be with the former president of the United States. I'm just saying that's where I'll be tonight. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let us. Don't be mad. Don't be jealous. I know. But I'll be there. I'm gonna try to get on. I'm gonna try to get on the news. Just trying to get my face out there, the camera a little bit there. Somebody say, "Who is that? One black guy that's there." Well, it'll be me. Yeah, it'll be me. Yeah. I'm pretty sure though. I'll be the brokest guy there, but I probably won't be the only black person there. I'll be the brokest guy there. But But I got a note from the president last night. Saying that they'd be glad to have me. So right on. I appreciate it. And John Wall, appreciate it, the head of the Republican Party of the state of Alabama. And even though I'm not necessarily Republican, I lean that way, and I'm more lean the other way. Anyway, so let us now celebrate the reason why we all free this morning. One of the reasons that we all free, besides being born in America, one of the reasons is because our armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and now Space Force. So let us celebrate. And the reason why nobody ain't breaking in our houses all night long is because we got a police force, okay? Things of that nature. So let's take this time to honor those young men and women who put their butt on the line, whether it's locally or nationally or worldly. Let's give homage to those who say, "Not on my watch." I won't let that happen to you tonight, if I can help it at all. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. Oh, and the Montgomery Sanitation Department, which those guys are working hard. Y'all be whining all that much about work, but I'll be seeing them every day. One of the things I do before I come to work in the morning, I go to the yard of the sanitation department. Yeah, I drop somebody off down there. I say hi to the brothers, and stuff like that. I told them to save me a space on the back of the truck, and I just get on there with them one morning, So, but I gotta wait till I get off the air. But they want me to ride with them. I ride. I'll even work for free for like a couple hours. Okay, not too many.
To the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's battles in the air, on land, and sea.
Somebody's got to do it. Might as well be me. You know, I should have you guys just call me Sergeant Elkins first thing in the morning, but I won't do that to you guys. Since I'm a what do they call that when you are if you used to be the president of a university, they got this name they call you emeritus or whatever the word is. I don't know what the word. I can't even pronounce the word. There are very few words that I cannot pronounce, but for some reason, emeritus or whatever it's emeritus, whatever it is. See, that's somebody because they once used to have the. Of course, I'm still a sergeant, just a retired one, of course. So, man, I should have you guys call me Sergeant Elkins in the morning. That makes me sound a little bit more important. I'm just saying, Okay, maybe not. Okay, because I'm not a sergeant emeritus or whatever that word is that they said. Anyway, all right, let's take a break. No. Let's go to an audio piece first, and then we'll take a break, and then we shall come back with the word of the day as well as lessons of life. Is it not called emeritus? Okay, well, some white guy came up with that word though because he knew that I would have a hard time putting all those E's together. See, they knew that. I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce it, but somebody said buck private. Okay, listen. Well, listen, to be called Private Elkins is better than being a civilian your whole life. I'm just saying. Anyway, so let me use, this is about 6 words, and we'll come back and talk to you about other things as soon as I get this out of the way. 6 words. Do you know you can tell a lot about people with 6 words? We'll be back.
Ernest Hemingway, who was a prolific author and writer, who knew the power of words. Ernest Hemingway made a bet with a group of authors over lunch. And this bet that Ernest Hemingway made with these authors over lunch has become an anecdote about his life. They bet Ernest Hemingway $10 that he could not write a short story in 6 words. They bet Ernest Hemingway $10 that he could not write a short story in 6 words. And Hemingway took the bet because he was a genius when it came to making words count. He took the bet and he took a napkin and scribbled these 6 words on the napkin that are a powerful story. Here's the 6 words that Ernest Hemingway wrote a short story in 6 words. The words are for sale, baby shoes never worn. That's a powerful story. Everybody in here this morning got a 6-word story. Here's another story that somebody might have. There has been a terrible accident. Six words. There has been a terrible accident. Six words. Here's my 6-word story. I'm leaving. The marriage is over. Here's somebody else's story. Your position is no longer needed. Here's somebody else's story. I just want to be friends.
Yeah, that's what they say to you when they're not interested. We can be friends. We can be, that's 4 words. We
Here's
can be
somebody
friends.
else's story.
Oh,
The cancer isn't
responding
to treatment.
Oh yeah, that's a hard 6 words.
6 words. Here's somebody else's story. You are not able to conceive. That's somebody else's story. Here's the last story. Here's a rose off the casket. 6 words. Did I say it was over? No, it's not. Because God has 6 words. That's the point of this whole sermon. God will not waste your pain. God will not waste your pain. God will not waste your pain. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. God will not waste your pain. Cry in the midnight, but weeping will endure for a night. But joy will come in the morning. Let them fire you on your job. No weapon sown against me will be able to prosper. Let your enemies think they have the upper hand. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. But God will not waste your pain. Waste your pain. Go through whatever you got to go through. Go through it. Go through it. Cry as long as you think you need to cry. But then pick yourself up, take a bath, put some clothes on, come back to church on Sunday morning and said, I thought I'd never stop crying, but the Lord dried my tears. I thought I'd never laugh again, but here I am in the house of God, testifying that if you trust and never doubt, he will surely bring you out. Somebody got a story that I just mentioned a moment ago.
You know what I've noticed about God's trials? He hardly ever tells you, this is a trial, and if you hold out for 6 months, you'll be through. And some of us get to 5 months and 29 days, and we give up. We didn't know we only had 1 more day. Never give up. Never give up. Never give up. There's no precedent in the Bible for giving up. God determines how long the test will last, not we. Never give up. You cannot bypass endurance. You know whom I'm speaking to at the moment? Me. You cannot bypass endurance and enter into the promises of God. You can come so far. The completeness is only through endurance. And just when it seems impossible to hold on, that's the time to hold on. Don't give in. I would like to say that to several of you individually. You're in the test. You're doing all right. Just hang in there. Don't back out. Don't give up. God is faithful. I've been asked sometimes if I had a message to leave for posterity, what would it be? I always say I can give it to you in 3 words. God is faithful. God is faithful.
God will not waste your pain. God will not waste your pain. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. God will not waste your pain. Cry in the midnight, but weeping will endure for a night. But joy will come in the morning. Everybody here has a 6-word story. But thank God, that's just one chapter. God has not written the end of the book. Because when you look in the back of the book, there are some answers in the back of the book. If you don't know how things are going to turn out in your life, the answer is in the back of the book. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth passed away. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven like a bride dressed up for her husband. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. There shall be no more sorrow or crying, no more pain or death, for the former things passed away or passed away. Behold, we see through a glass darkly, but one day face to face, I will know even as also I am known.
Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples has great prices on all the back-to-school essentials. Now you can save even more with $25 back in rewards on your in-store purchase of $65 or more. Only ends August 5th. Redeemable in-store only. School on, save on at Staples.
A good chance of showers and thunderstorms throughout the day today. It will not rain all day long, and it probably will not rain everywhere, but the chance of seeing showers and storms is high. There's already activity on radar this morning, so take the rain gear with you today. If you dodge the rain and storms long enough, you'll easily get into the 90s, but the rain and storms will certainly keep temperatures down in many places. For the weekend, I wouldn't cancel any plans, but certainly plan on showers and storms being around.
That's your First Alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. The good news continues on this Friday. No major problems or accidents. Nothing being reported to send you on an alternate route. Check with the surrounding counties. They're clear. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. There's so much going on at Festival Plaza. Stop by World Finance, River Region Ballet, the Comic Shop, and more. Festival Plaza, Taylor and Vaughn, a Colliers managed development. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Esports will never be the same in 2024. This week, it was announced that the Overwatch League will be completely changing once the current season ends in October. When the new league format is presented to the team owners, a vote will take place for said teams to either stay in the league or permanently leave. The teams that choose to leave will receive a payout of $6 million. After 6 years in the making, who knows what comes next? Are you curious about the future of Overwatch esports?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
There's a price war in the insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plan, and that's our service.
Okay. All right, I like that, man. We good.
Your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now.
I like that, man. We good.
866-549-TERM.
I don't think I can show up tonight though in a Batman suit though.
866-549-TERM.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Wesley Financial Group is not.
Let me see.
Nothing lasts forever. Well, whoever said that obviously never bought a timeshare. Not only do your maintenance fees and assessment fees go on forever, they go up forever. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Over 10 years ago, I was a timeshare salesman. But once I saw the dark side of the business, I quit. I started helping folks get out of the timeshare. Since then, we've helped over 30,000 families by getting them. If your timeshare agreement goes on forever, if you're told timeshares are a great investment, or your maintenance fees will never go up, we have the answer. Give us a call. If we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare, or you'll pay nothing.
Call Wesley now for your free information kit. 800-253-5151. That's 800-253-5151. 800-253-5151.
Bill Bradley with cover breaks. Sorry, Bill Bradley. And two of your people is 74 now. Bill Bradley, your support for all things great, including
Money changes. When it's flawed, it's it's great at trapping cows and trusting donkey, but unless we treat them regularly, they can stay confused. Martin Phillips, and training with here's a testimony from a verified kid with eyes. Quote, I've been suffering for 30 years with serious infections and allergies. I stumbled across the ground. The suffering is amazing. It cleared my skin and better than anything before. End quote. And also has over 120,000 years for the 4.6 was written by people who provide unique level, small enough and clear healthy. Like your doctor, the person as well as the CBS worker and part of the no, probably not.
It really is. Show weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 14.
Well, yeah. And last night, I just want to tell you, I went to I know you guys think I'll be sitting there just watching back. I'm watching Top Gun again. Finally, after 178 times watching it, I got it down now, and I'm kind of that's enough time to watch one movie 178 times. That's enough time. I've been watching it at least 3 or 4 times a week since last year. Okay, I gotta let it go. I gotta get off my Tom Cruise thing. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine if you can, and it's a great day to be alive. Again, thank the good Lord for this day, because it certainly was a promise. Somebody didn't make it. And now it is time for lessons of life along with the word of the day. Oh yeah, how time flies. Doesn't it though? All righty then. It's nothing that nobody can debate that. Time does fly. Anyway, good morning to you. No sense calling me right now. I'm not taking any calls because I'm too busy talking. So we'll take calls next hour. Nobody gets it on the 7 o'clock hour. We won't be taking any right now. So I'm going to have a call. Now, if I tell you to call, you can call. Unless there's some emergency. If there's an emergency, then text me. 241-9998. Then I'll let you call. All right, anyway, the word of the day. The word of the day. Oh yeah, I went to a thing last night in District 2, and I must tell you, I was actually impressed with everybody there. I mean, I don't know where Satcher went. Satcher was not there, but he's a smart kid too. Smart kid. He's smart too. But didn't make it. So we're not gonna hold everything. But it wasn't boring because normally I'm good for about 10 minutes at one of those what do you call those things? Forums. I'm about 10 minutes and I'm ready to go because normally I get the same old answers. But however, there were 3 people there last night. 3 people. There was Williams, who's a preacher, Methodist preacher. I forgot the name of his church. It's a Methodist church. He was there. Julie Beard was there, and Kenneth Johnson was there. And you know what? Now, just for you folks out there that talk about white folks all the time, you know what? I've heard the comment from white folks that we would be well served in District 2 with either one of those people. Now, that's what I'm talking about. If you put smart people up for a job, if they amaze you with their brilliance, what else you judge them by that? But really, I'll tell you some things that happened last night later on. I'll tell you right now. It was really a good one. But we got some more coming up too next week. We got one tonight or something. Good job though, District 2, and to the candidates. Make each one of you, give it your best shot. And only one of you is going to win, but we'd be all right no matter who won on that. Anyway, now, what is the word of the day? Now, this is a word normally I would use after a forum. However, this word does not apply to last night. It does not apply. And the word of the day is incoherent. Incoherent, which means without logical or a meaningful connection, disjointed and rambling. Now, most of the time, when you go to forums, that's pretty much what you get. Okay. Last night, I'm telling you, this word does not reflect the good job they did last night at Morning View Baptist Church. I didn't see the pastor over there either. But the word is incoherent, which means without logical or meaningful connection, disjointed rambling. So this word does not apply to last night because I pretty much understood everything they said. They didn't take all night long. Okay. Here's my only. I do have one complaint. Why can't we get some chicken? At the meat, why can't we just put a couple of chicken wings over there and some water or soda pop or something? That way, I would enjoy being in there. I'm just saying, the next people, y'all need to give us. I mean, we do come out late at night. We'll have time for dinner. Now, so can we put some chicken wings at the farm? Just please. It's a bad thing to do. All right, moving right along. These are the things you learn by living. These are the things that you learn as you grow up and as you get older and as you see how the time has flown. Flew by, and then the next thing you know, you're 60-something years old and where did you go? There you go. Well, wherever it is, it's there, and you're not. So you might as well start from where you are. Okay, you cannot go back and change the beginning, which is my biggest problem with living in the South. People want to constantly go back. But it is highly probable, as well as possible, that starting from right now, you have the ability to change your ending. Okay? You can't change the beginning. We had nothing to do with it. We just floating around in space, and Daddy and Mama got together. All of a sudden, the story came in, and bam, we're just here. Okay, we don't have nothing to do with that, but we have everything to do with how we end. So don't blame the world for where you are. You're there because you have tried hard enough not to be there. Okay? And every once in a while, it does not hurt to ask for some help. Again, you cannot go back and change your beginning. But it is highly probable as well as possible that starting this day, you have the ability to change your ending. Okay? So don't be a wuss. Change. But human beings are the only species on God's earth that by changing their attitude can change how their life goes. I'm just saying. You don't like where you are? Move to a different chair. And it's August the 4th. It is the 260th day of 2023. On this day in 1977, President Jimmy Carter signed a measure establishing the Department of Energy. Been messing us up ever since. 1790, the U.S. Coast Guard at its beginning, as President George Washington signed a measure authorizing a group of revenue cutters to enforce tariff and trade laws and prevent smuggling. The year was 1792. English Romantic poet Percy Bysshe Shelley was born at Field Place near Horsham, England. In 1830, plans for the city of Chicago were laid out. Still working on it. 1914, British declared war on Germany for invading Belgium. The United States proclaimed its neutrality in the mushrooming world conflict. It was also on this day, 1936, that Jesse Owens, of the United States, won the second of his 4 medals in the Berlin Olympics as he prevailed in the long jump. German Lutz Long, who was the first to congratulate him. I probably didn't like that, but we got over. 1944, a 15-year-old diarist, Anne Frank, was arrested with her sister, parents, and 4 others by the Gestapo after hiding for 2 years inside a building in Amsterdam. Her sister and her, Margaret, died at the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp. 1964, the bodies of the missing civil rights workers, Michael Renner, Andrew Goodman, and James Cheney, were found buried in an earthen dam in the great state of Mississippi. 1972, on this day, Arthur Bremer was convicted and sentenced in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, to 62 years in prison for his attempt on the life of Alabama Governor George C. Wallace. The sentence was later reduced to 53 years. Bremer was released from prison in 2007. 1975, the Swedish pop group ABBA began recording their hit single Dancing Queen at Glen Studio outside Stockholm. It was released a year later. What a great song it was, isn't it? 1987, the FCC, the group that pretty much tells me what I can and cannot say, voted 4-0 to abolish the fairness doctrine, which required radio and television stations to present balanced coverage of controversial issues. You know why they had to get rid of it? Because the other side never wanted to come on the air. Okay? They don't want to come on. They like to throw a rock, okay, hide their hand, but they don't want to be challenged about the belief system that they have. The year was 1993. A federal judge sentenced Los Angeles police officer Stacey Coon and Lawrence Powell to 2.5 years in prison for violating Rodney King's civil rights. How that works out before. 1997, teachers went on a 5th-day strike against United Parcel Service, or UPS. After talks broke down with the nation's largest package delivery service, Dean Calumet, at the age of 122, the world's oldest person, died in a retirement home in France, as we French like to say, Francais. In 2004, that was a good year, former teacher Mary Kay Latourneau, or close to it, convicted of having relations with a 6th-grade pupil, was released from Washington State Prison after 7.5 years. That didn't sound her mind. All right then. Is that it? Okay, I don't have time to go on the rest of that stuff. Okay, so we'll go on. All right then. Well, we shall return uno momento, okay, to talk to the people. You guys. I like Fridays now. I used to didn't like Fridays because I had nothing to do. Now I got plenty to do on the weekend. I wash my clothes, things like that. Okay. Okay. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to take the weekend off. That's it. So let you guys go, no folks. We'll be back. Coming up at 7:30, my good friend Mickey McDermott. We're going to talk a little about some of the legal issues surrounding the president, the former president. He's getting bamboozled. That's a word I just made up. We'll be back.
News Radio 1440, and the home of the Dan Bongino Show.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Former President Trump woke up at his golf club in Bedminster, New Jersey, a day after pleading not guilty to federal charges of trying to change the 2020 election results. Correspondent Robert Costa from federal court in Washington, D.C.
The judges set the next hearing for August 28th. That's 5 days after the upcoming first Republican primary presidential debate. Trump has not yet said whether he will attend, though he has said he's leaning against it.
So far, Trump's Republican competitors have largely stayed away from commenting on the new charges. CBS News chief political analyst John Dickerson.
The most ardent supporters in the party will punish them for raising those issues because they support Donald Trump or they really dislike all the forces trying to hold former President Trump to account.
2 U.S. Navy sailors have been arrested accused of selling government secrets to China. U.S. Attorney Marcus Strava.
We sometimes discover that threats to our national security come from inside our most esteemed institutions.
Who allegedly shared sensitive information about the locations of Navy ships and plans for a large-scale U.S. military exercise in the Indo-Pacific. The government releases a new jobs report in half an hour. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger says employers may be tapping the brakes. With the labor market slowing down, the Fed is hoping for a slow drift upwards in the unemployment rate and for payroll gains to be around 100,000 for a few months in a row. The average price for a gallon of regular gas in the U.S. has climbed to $3.83. That's up from $3.52 just a month ago. AAA's Ait Diaz says the weather's partly to blame.
We're looking at several factors. Supply, demand, cost of oil, and then we have this wild card with extreme heat. Triple digits will affect refineries.
Oregon Governor Tina Kotek is expected to sign a bill into law today, allowing drivers to fill up their own tanks for the first time since the 1950s. Not all of them are happy about it.
Well, I would prefer to never have to pump my own gas again. Having moved here from the Midwest, there is awful. Pump gas in the winter, and here when it's
Leaves New Jersey the only state in the nation where you cannot pump your own. A 508 million-year-old stinger from the mountains of British Columbia. Paleontologists say they've confirmed a jellyfish fossil uncovered in Burgess Shale at Yoho National Park 3 decades ago is the oldest adult of its kind ever unearthed. The discovery offers a glimpse into early life on Earth during the Cambrian period. This is CBS News.
If you need to hire, you need Indeed. Their end-to-end hiring system helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all in the same place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
The New York Times calls BritBox the best of British telly. Stream brilliant series you can only find on BritBox. And look at home favourites like Vera and Stonehouse, plus the upcoming original drama Archie, with Harry Blood. And the free trial of BritBox sitcom.
Staples is what you need for travel. Passport photos, luggage, headphones, even personal travel-sized items. Now get $10 off your purchase and $30 or more when you buy a travel service. In-store only offer ends 9/16. Excluding apply. Staples, your first stop for non-stop travel.
Can you think of how Lens Lemons, staying in the comfort zone is never an option. An industrial seamstress would make your sweet dreams come true. I feel like you're on a top 10. More clothes. Indeed can help them hire great people fast. I mean, Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 for sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Researchers at MIT say they've come up with a gadget that could help detect breast cancer in higher-risk women.
It's a wearable ultrasound device that sits in the cups of a bra. It picks up early changes in breast tissue, which can result in a higher survival rate. MIT professor Jamin Dadavan was the lead researcher on the development team.
Based on our humble calculation, this technology has the potential to save 12 million lives per year globally.
She says she's preparing for clinical trials that she hopes will lead to FDA approval. She says the device could be deployed worldwide in 4 to 5 years. Christopher Cruz, CBS News.
Those Mickey Mouse Club days sure did pay off. Ryan Gosling's solo song in the Barbie movie has debuted at number 87 on the Billboard Hot 100. It's the actor's first time on the charts. He also recorded a cover of Matchbox 20's 1997 song. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Aftermarket domestic brake pads and rotors available for vehicle-specific friction formulations, Quietech noise-canceling fins, and stainless steel hardware. Choose Brake Select Pro, professional-grade brakes from professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It'd be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with the technology actively finds and invites employees to apply your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of pay, a ZipRecruiter finds you a needle in a haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers post the job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
News radio is a pain point. Depend on it.
I was actually signing autograph. I'm sorry about that. When people find out that I'm gonna be at with Trump tonight, they want I'm a celebrity now, so people want my autograph. You know, I'm giving it to the rest of the crew in the studio here. Yeah, don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it. I'll put in the word for you over there. Let Trump know that you're a supporter. Okay. I would like to see Stephen over there, but he probably won't. But now, me personally, I think the mayor should show up and extend greeting to the city of Montgomery. With Democrat or Republican, like I think that the governor should show up if President Biden comes to Alabama. I mean, just as a show of respect for the office. So, hey, Stephen, you can come go with me. If you can't get in, just tell them you know me. Okay, I'm just saying, I'll get you in. I'm just saying. All right, then. 860-1440 is the number we want to give a couple of something. Whatever on your mind this morning. Yeah, me and Trump gonna hang out tonight. Yeah. Because I'll probably be a bigger celebrity than he is. Okay. I'm like an anomaly, you know. I mean, the longest running talk show host in Montgomery, and I'm a black man. That's right. That's okay. That's okay. I can handle it. Not a problem, you know. I can handle it. I won't get the big head unless somebody drops a couple dollars from my checking account. I'll be the same guy going in as I was, same guy coming out as I was when I was getting in broke. So I'm just saying. But I'll let you know what it's like to hang out with the big wig later on. Anyway, good morning to all of you. I hope they find you well. Again, last night I had an opportunity to partake, be a listener in in a a forum for the candidate for district number 2, city council district number 2. Porter Johnson, and Williams from some Methodist church. Guy though, just did not. He said I met him before, but I meet so many people. Yeah, I am who I am, and so I can't remember everybody I meet. Okay, so tonight I'm gonna do something that say something really crazy. That way the president will remember me. Okay, so, they forget you in heartbeat. The former president. Now he's not president anymore. He's the president, but we're gonna try to get him back in there. We're gonna try to get him back in there. But I'd rather have him 2 times on Sunday than the guy that's in there now. But anyway, 860-1440 is the number here. We got a guest coming out. Let me see who is here. Who is wearing a tuxedo? I don't know. Can I wear a tuxedo? I don't know. Good morning. Who's this? Yes, yes. I'm doing fine. Yes. Mm-hmm. All right, there, Mr. Ed. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. 860-1440 again is our number. Okay, what else is going on in the world? Okay, besides me hanging out with former presidents. Anything else? Uh, okay. Uh-huh. The team they were doing a special on TV the other night. One of them show about the money that they're going to give you first of all, the state of Alabama screwed you. It was supposed to be $400. They take it down to $150 and think we're supposed to be on our big, and think we're supposed to be on our knees, thanking them like they're the czar or Caesar or something like that. Okay, they took our money, the government said 400. By the time they got done with it, it turned out that it's going to be $150. That's just enough to pay half the light bill. Okay, just enough to pay half the light bill, and we're not going to get that till November. And then guess what happens in December? You got to file taxes again. Now they're probably going to tax the $150, okay, which takes it down to less than $150. I'm just saying. Okay, Governor Kay Ivey recently signed a bill that will provide a tax rebate check to working Alabamians. Now listen, don't get me wrong. If the check shows up in the mail, I'm gonna take the money. I just can't. Yeah, I mean, the light bills are getting high these days. Okay, I got to take the money, but don't act like they're doing us a favor. They're not doing us a favor. Okay, not at all. They're not. Okay, they took too much money to begin with, and now they want to act like they're doing us a favor. Okay. So $400. By the time it gets to you, it's now 150. I wonder if it's going to be taxable. Anyway, recently signed a bill that will provide tax checks for working Alabama. Financial expert, this on TV the other day, Dave McGowan of the Wealth Group, explaining what taxpayers need to know and when to expect their money. First things first, the tax rebate checks are basically stimulus payments. Really? No, they're not. I'm letting them stimulate something somebody took from it. Give me a break. McGowan said they'll offset grocery taxes paid in 2021. Well, unless you just bought one thing, not really. Okay, $150 would not help us very much. Okay, and the payments come from a surplus from the state's education trust fund, which means that they're charging us way too much money to begin with. Now, close to 2 million tax filers, you got to file your taxes now, in the state will benefit from the one-time payment. McGowan said it says it's when the tax rebate takes to be based on your filing status in 2021. Now, we'll receive $150 taxpayer. Okay. And now it's funny that those who are ineligible, some people don't qualify, will be those people who did not file taxes in 2021 Now, let's say you moved into the state last year or this year, you will not qualify for the rebate. Okay. Others who don't make the cut include individuals who were claimed as a dependent in 2021 on the state's federal tax refund as well as estates or trusts. Okay. The original tax amount was going to be much higher when originally proposed, but still the financial experts say free money is always something to celebrate. Well, if it was really free, that'd be true. But since we all we're overcharged, there's no government. Government will give you what's yours back and act like they're doing you a favor. Okay? Now, the Democrats do that crap, but smart folks like me and other people, you don't give me anything. You give me a pittance of what you paid in. Okay? Yeah, it's not a lot of money, but it is something. Okay. And that's what, when people are trying to screw you with that too, that's what they always say. Well, halfway in, halfway out, don't hurt it. Okay, whatever. Anyway, according to them, the tax rebate checks aren't taxed or subject to debt collection. Well, that's good. Hey, if you're behind on child support a little bit, you get to keep the $150. Okay, I can live with that. That's good. That's the only good thing I heard out of the whole thing. So if the brother owes some money, you owe some money to the government, they won't take your $150. They're gonna leave you with something. Okay. No way. Now, what's going on with the medical cannabis commission? What's going on with that? I mean, what's up with that? So we made okay. Let me see, in Alabama lately, we made where anybody could get a gun and conceal without a license. And now we're trying to give everybody access to marijuana. I don't have a problem with marijuana. I don't know how that's going to work out, but marijuana and a gun. Although I must admit, people who take marijuana most of the time just want to eat and chill out. They don't really want to. They don't really want to shoot anybody. Matter of fact, they don't even know what they forgot where they put the gun, which is dangerous in a way by itself. I know we're gonna see how we're going to see how that all works. But the embattled chairman of Alabama Medical Cannabis, Dr. Stokes, has resigned. His resignation. No, when he said he wasn't going to resign, just over. So here's what I'm thinking: when you listen to a politician that say they're not going to do something, chances are they're going to do it. Okay, I'm just saying. And they had an issue with them. You're not supposed to be on any other board to be on the cannabis. Evidently, he's on the board of the University of Alabama. So sorry about that, man. But I don't think it's crazy anyway. So probably did take time. Anyway, good morning. Who's this? Belgium. Okay. Uh, okay. Okay. Now I know who you are. I know who you are. I call it. I put it on. I know. So now if you want me to call the folks upstairs, okay, so you're harassing us on the phone, stop calling. Okay. But I got a bunch of friends around. Monsters, FBI, I got a lot of friends. So listen, now, you don't want to be harassing people on the phone, start harassing communication. Don't call me. Yeah, I'm just saying. I've been giving you a break. I've been knowing this for a long time. I've been knowing the number. Okay. I'm just saying. Yeah. Okay. The Medical Cannabis Commission is scheduled to meet next week on August the 10th, where the commission and its executive director, John McMillan, have said they hope to be able to reveal the results of a rescoring of the license applications by accounting firm KPMG and issue new licenses. Yeah, I'm just saying. Now, here's a question. There's a conversation that we need to have in Montgomery, Alabama. Okay, there's a conversation we need to have. Because since I have been here, it has gone on and on and on. But I'm going to bring it to the airways, this conversation. We shall be back, uno momento, and start the conversation even if we don't finish. Okay? So let us try to be reasonable, apply some common sense, some logic, okay? Common sense, logic, and reason. Yeah, yeah. Give me at least two of those when you call up on this particular issue. Okay? I'm just going to do it. Let it fall where it is. Okay? We'll be back.
Another question might be, no.
Do some reading. Especially
For more strategies on child behavior, talk with your pediatrician or visit healthychildren.org.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the
And we are back. Good morning. It is 7:25 in the morning. You know, yesterday I was engaged in a conversation, actually a pretty interesting one too, as a matter of fact, about this particular issue. And you know, you look around America, and I just wonder, you look around this country, and every election season, you have these things come up. Why don't we have a majority black administration in any major city in Alabama or even in the nation? Why don't we have a majority of a black city councilman, or I think in New York they call them whatever they call them, wardsmen or whatever they call it. And we don't really have a city that, even though the population, like Montgomery, like Montgomery, is majority black, and everybody's wondering, well, why is it that we don't have a majority black city council administrating, regulating the city? So I asked some folks last night on Facebook, and this is my question: does color really matter? Do you really believe that a majority white city council person, that's a part of that, they don't look out for black folks? Wouldn't that be them cutting off their nose and spite their face? Do we really believe that because we're the same color, we're the same kind? And do we believe that if you're not our kind or not our color, that you cannot look out for the interests of other people? You know, was it been, either George Washington Carver or one of those black men, Greek black, Douglas, Douglas, what was his name? You know, one of them said, "You can't keep a man down unless you are willing to stay down there with him." So we've been whining about color for the 60, 67, 80 years. And even when we get a semblance of a black administration, we don't seem to fare much better under that than we do. Like for years we said, well, we want our school board to be black. Okay, it's just about everybody on there black now. Are our schools any better? Really, are our schools any better? Some could argue that in some instances they've gotten worse. Now there's the arguments about, well, we're not at the top. We're not. Mackey is a white guy that's in charge of our school system. Okay, because Mackey doesn't run the local schools. He just puts down policy. So we're the only group of people in America as black people, brown people. I like that name. We're the only group of people in this country that whine constantly about what isn't. Why is that? Why, I mean, Montgomery has the ability, if people would come out and vote, to put anybody in office they want to put in office. So, is there anybody out there who don't think that a white person or a black person cannot represent both sides? And if you feel that way, then why do you feel that way? I mean, I realize 1963, 1950, 1950, those kind of stuff. I'm with you. Are we still there? Or are we using that as a convenient excuse not to participate in the process? I don't care how many elections we have. If people don't come out to vote for the people whom they think share their same ideology, their same, and I got some news for you. It is not the color that is the big problem. It is the mentality of people. Their thinking is wrong. If you believe that because you hire a certain guy in a certain job, that your life is going to be made better, then my friends, I got a bridge right up the street and do something without show. Got to go underneath. All you gotta do is take a shower and you'll be rich in 2 days. Okay, I'm just saying, if you really believe that, then no wonder your life, our lives as a group, hasn't changed that much. Yeah, I mean, we keep putting people in office, and we're the only group. We got Vietnamese in America right now. Not so long ago, we had young men and women going overseas to Vietnam, Southeast Asia, fighting, and now they're here in America making money off the people that at one time we were fighting. Why is that? We got all kinds of Africans who come from Africa to come to America and do pretty good. So why is it that black Americans who live here can't seem, oh, there's a couple here and there, can't seem to benefit from America the way we ought to? Is it all because we don't have is it all because we don't have a black politician in office that we can't seem to access the promise of America? Really, is that the whole problem right there? So tomorrow we had a whole black administration in Montgomery. I guess everybody will be okay. If we had 9 black city councilors, we'd be all right. No more problems. I mean, everybody get a raise on the job, and Leroy and Bubba, we won't be shooting each other in the street. So what's a real? What's a real? Look at that, we got more trees in our community than anybody I know. Jesus is the church. I understand, but the church is supposed to represent you.
Yes, a lot of it does, a lot of it doesn't. As long as you have men involved, men will corrupt just about anything. It's the nature of sin.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me take the call here, right? That voice you hear, that if you got any because I do want at some time today, I do want someday to get into this whole this crucifixion of persecution of Donald Trump from our legal system. Anyway, if he was that bad, why do they keep letting him go? They don't put him in jail. If he's that bad. All right, good morning. Who's this? Good morning.
About this because I'm
I'll be hanging out with the
following the show.
Me and Trump.
We talk about our school, our schools and and you know what, Kevin? I don't want anybody to tell me what race to go for. I just want the best coach. I want the best team. I want the best doctor, whether they're black, white, or Asian. And until we just want people based on merit versus skin color, like Mike Luther King said,
Dr. Elkins.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like that comes after many years of experiencing the complainers on one side and the doers on the other side. That's where that's come from. But anyway, good morning. Who's this? Yes, 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 sir. Yes, sir. That's right. Yes, he will. Mm. What are they doing to us? Tell me how they doing it, though. How they doing it? I think it's a little bit more complicated than the Obama phone, but I hear you. Mm, interesting. I appreciate it. What you think about that, Deputy?
Well, I think that we go back to a French philosopher in the early 17th century into the United States, and Tocqueville said that when politicians in the United States learn that they can buy votes through the public cloth, that the American dream will be.
So you have a republic if you can keep it.
And I want to thank you for helping us keep it.
Yeah, I think I am, sir. Thank you, too. Good morning. Who's this? Mhm. Yes, yes, but I think we are. I mean, we're in that. We're in that precedent now. I mean, if you. I mean, we got the first black mayor. But now the same people, but the people who are complaining about having a black mayor are complaining about the black mayor. Yeah. Well, let me ask you the question. For 139 years, there were Democrats. So did it count then? Yeah, at first. Yeah, at first it was. At first it was. And that's a, I think that's a misnomer. I don't, historically, it was the Democrats by the 40s and 50s and 60s that brought up Jim Crow laws, that brought up all these things, that believed in separation. I mean, it was, I ain't talking about 1800 or 1700, it was recent history. Right. Mhm. Okay. Mhm. No, whatever. Okay, I gotta get another call. Please interrupt it, but I hear what you're saying, and it may make sense at some point to me, but not at the moment. Good morning. Yes, right. And that is, I've been asking that question for 30 years since I have been here. Are you telling me that if all you need is one more person, a combined intellect cannot convince a person that your cause is just? So for three people can't convince one? I mean, that's right. That's right. So we just so what we're saying, we're not as smart as other guys. What we're saying. Okay. True. Appreciate it. I gotta take a break. I guess we can do it 20 along. When we come back, I do want to ask you about the whole deal with Trump. How can you have this many indictments about freedom of speech? So in America, I guess you say what you want to say. We'll be back. How are you? Fine. Right. Our legal system needs to revamp. I mean, we need. I mean, this is not the country that people got. This is you gonna put the former president indictment. I guess he could be indicted in all 50 states if he wanted to. I mean, who ever heard of such a thing? They are going to cause. You think the Civil War is stuff? If we keep this up, we are going to turn America against America. I mean, so now the Smith. So you talk, and I do some research. The Clintons said that he was an illegitimate president. all this he's a politician. You have a right to express what you think. So the president is the only one that don't have freedom of speech. This is. I hope this goes to somebody's Supreme Court. It's got to go. It's got to go. It just. Anyway. I mean, it's scary. That's what we're doing. Start school, isn't it? Yeah.
Because your business is very deep.
He's interested in ROTC.
Basically invisible.
Ministry, you know, you have to choose students in my quality or something that saves money. Really, you get more.
You wouldn't take that job. I'm like, wow. You got to produce stuff. I'm here in college, you're probably going to on your own. I'm trying to find out at least I got a neighbor's kid. Just signed a 6-year active duty.
You just want to plug in your $50,000 right now and get a price.
We should be going in a few days.
Maybe, but he got it.
Yeah. What you know what he took? What they want?
He's going to be 51 Bible.
51 electronic something. A drone for field artillery. Now, I hope these people know that I like when I was in the day, over the miles. Now, I hope everybody knows that drones are good and all this stuff is good, but a little water and a little rain, it don't work. You know what? Boots on the ground. Right in the water and smell the smoke. Slow them down with those stuff. Oh, and they just found 3 sailors selling all Chinese, second generation. What's interesting is they landed warfare. They wanted to ship, that reminds me and we are back. You guys hold on to the phone for a second. I guess if we can make them attorney at law, the whole Trump thing, because he'll be in town tonight. If this was as serious as on the surface, he couldn't just walk in and walk back out. I mean, this is political fear. I'm not going to apologize for Trump. Right. What he did for America was it's true. But the thing about this country is it's running in the office. And that's what you go to. And we've reached a point now where we're very close to precipice. We are. And I think a lot of people are feeling it.
area. We're in the wrong party. Like we said, polarized. There's a devil in this country that if we don't rein in, and the Supreme Court's got to get involved in this, and hopefully normally I would tell clients with Trump on my client, I would say, don't make public stuff. Let's handle this in court. But that's not his style. No. And the very fact that he is a federal judge that has this position on his own, this is word speech. You know, if you can your audience from 1980, get to stop crime. I want to remind you, not one, but two separate district attorneys in two separate states, both New York and in Atlanta, specifically said that they were running to indict Trump. And that's about to happen. The sheriff in Atlanta, and I've actually seen it, the sheriff in Atlanta wrote a statement this week that Donald Trump is arrested. He will personally put his mugshot on the front page. Yeah. I'm like, that's it's like, let's round up all the Asians in 1941. Let's round up the Italians in 1940. 1963, let's round up all the Black Panthers. I'm not saying we do have to vote for Trump, right? That's fine. But and I think we need to be honest with ourselves. I think Al Gore, I think Hillary Clinton, I think Chuck Schumer, all said that Trump was illegitimate elected, and they challenged him for it multiple times, and those court cases were lost. And as a result of it, they didn't get arrested or indicted. I don't see a whole lot of difference with it, but I don't claim to be an expert. I'm not a player in this, but I think we as America want to make sure we don't have people. If I represent a 19-year-old kid down in that state, I want him to get treated with disparity as a 65-year-old. Hey, come on, thanks for holding. Hey, good to hear your voice. No. Oh, that's horrible. Wow. Well, we have reached a point in this country where we have underfunded law enforcement in this country. We have all the social workers on the streets, on the street corners. That's all well and good. We got to go back. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it every opportunity I have, as long as I got to. We need Jesus back in this country. We need God in our classrooms. for the guns. We need morals and values. We need law enforcement. We need competently screened, trained law enforcement. We don't just take anybody who's wrong. We need well-trained law enforcement officers. We need sufficient interception. We need prosecutors who are trying to help. I mean, it's in a lot of places. We've got to, we're close to a reset in this country. I mean, my goodness, I was in Tuscaloosa Monday, and there were bus loads of migrants being dropped off at the shell station. And
in New York, they're sanctuary city.
And there was a police officer sitting out there telling me that's what they are. They brought buses of different states.
We'll be back. Well, good morning.
The Ben Shapiro Show, and heard on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, the Cumulus Media Station.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The pace of hiring is slowing down. The economy added fewer than expected jobs last month. There were 187,000 new positions compared to 209,000 in June. Unlimited Fund CEO Bob Elliott.
Broadly, what this shows is it's more of the same, which is the U.S. labor market is secularly tight, which is translating into improved wage growth among employees. And so
we got a video of New York. You know the difference between the Indians and the Sikhs? The Sikhs are the ones that wear shirts. Okay. They're a whole different group.
Still up there. Correspondent Camille Foreman.
Well,
a UN
the
organization says global food
they're the controls of New York City. They have started arming themselves with blue holes. And if you're shoplifting,
Oh yeah, I saw one. Listen, I feel sorry for the guy. You go, this guy went in one guy's store and took
whole shelves.
Now somebody said we don't steal. But you know what?
That's what the reason I asked you.
You go to somebody's store trying to steal their stuff. Yeah, you leave it there. I bet you want to come back in that store again. I mean, people get tired, and in California now, they don't arrest people, or they don't steal more than this amount of money. People don't get tired.
Not be charged with fine. Less than 900. That's why also all the CVS, Walgreens moved out to Target's gone.
Do they not realize that? I think that's dumb. Do they not realize that?
I guess that's $900 at one time. That's $900 every day. So what's your sense tell you about the whole Trump thing? After the next election, we won't hear much about it, and well, I think if the Democrats hold, then it'll be a political play. They'll figure out ways to arrest anybody they want. If the Republicans come into office, they're going to clean house. There's so many federal prosecutors. I'm telling you right now, if we pay attention to it, half the money we're paying for this Ukraine defense is to the people. Absolutely. Next, if it's really going to be the media, it ain't going to the front line. I remember coming back to Lewis a few times, jumping into Lewis. Man, what a hell of a sight. Now, it ain't that hell of a sight when you're up there in the air, but when you see the pictures of it, when Mount Rainier in the background, what a hell of a sight. You know what was that picture? We got a picture of me and T10. Yeah, T10, yeah. We were doing a runway assault practice. Mm-hmm. We try to do that about 5 times a year. I hate runway assaults because sometimes I would hit the grass, sometimes I would get the tarmac. I hated hitting that stuff. You had the T. Well, you must have been in one of the last users of the T10. We had the T10 and the 1 Bravo, and I don't know what they got now. They look kind of, the shoots now look lighter. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. We haven't really seen as many burn-ins with all the people that jump out of airplanes. Those things are, of course, when they get all the guys that practice suits, when the riggers, you got to sign your name to that shoot back in the remember, they have to land and jump. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, that's the good old days. I must admit, though, sometimes they're the good old days now, but carrying all that heavy shit on you all the time. I remember, and the Lord have mercy, going to winter jumps, going to winter places. That was miserable. That was miserable. And when you're 5'6" and 3 quarters, well, it's like a fun doing snow. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. I guess Bigger Than Good got any legal questions you might want to ask the guy. He's here. We don't normally give that information away free, but since he's here, we can give some general information on a general problem, I guess. Can't talk about your case specifically because you don't know it. But that's that's what it's like to jump out of a T-10 on an airplane. You ever jump out of 141? Oh yes. Okay. The best airplane to jump off. Now, I like the C5A. I like the C5A. It's big, and the one came out to Maxwell about 2 years ago. I did not know. I did not know that the C5A had an upstairs.
It does. It's like a lounge.
Yeah, I'm cargo. So I never had. When you eat two, you don't get to go no place but where they tell you to go. And you just sit out and shut up.
That's the most my career about that.
I didn't know it had burger. Let's go. Come on, who's this? Yes, sir. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying they made public statements. They said they ran on a platform of I think Donald Trump. I'm not making this up. And I'm not defending it. And I'm not saying, okay, hang on, ask me a question. Listen, I think Donald Trump has some responsibility. He may have some criminal liability. I'm just saying, when you got a prosecutor who knows specifically targeting one person as part of the current campaign question, is that the prosecutor you want? Because what if that prosecutor ran on the platform, I'm going to bust and prosecute that every single person who shot? That's only that platform. You know, I agree. I agree. But if that same wait a minute, let me finish. You asked me a question. If that same prosecutor runs on a platform, I'm going to prosecute every Latino that comes to my school. We're going to find something to get them. That's crazy. We've had enough of that in this country. Okay. He didn't say about color. He didn't say that about color. I said that. You did. No, you implied it. No, sir. I'm saying you had two politicians who ran on a platform saying, I am going to indict Donald Trump. They ran a politician, and he should. He had a right to his opinion. Wow. He has a right to his opinion. Yes, it is. And this conversation is proof of my statement that we have such a divide in this country that we're, and he's perfectly entitled to his right. He's perfectly entitled to want to see Donald Trump in jail for whatever reason. And that's fine. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that opinion? What's wrong with that? Where? Wait a minute. Show me in the Constitution where it's illegal. Okay. Well, that's all right. All right. Appreciate it. Right to challenge their opinion. Good morning. Yes. Well, I need 3 minutes like this one. They're Vietnamese people, Vietnamese who own businesses in my government. Where we came from. My issue is that people from all over the world can come to. Okay, why was Israel? No, they've always had a right to have a gun. They don't have. They don't have. Listen, sometimes people make and speak and fast. Well, you don't get to talk to me. Everybody has a right to carry a concealed weapon without a license.
I think it's, no, I don't. He shouldn't be charged by, he shouldn't be charged with anything. Oh, yeah, yeah, that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, come on, his granddaddy, that 1,500 slaves. Superintendent of what? We got one.
Yeah, but they're appointed, they're not elected. Well, they were white generation. Yeah. And it's reflect, and other, and you know, well, it's not a question, it's a question of, from what I see, school boards around the country, but I know, please, let me answer the question. Please, let me answer the question. My understanding is a lot of school boards, they want their superintendent to be reflective of the bulk population. I know that. So they want the school superintendent to reflect that. And a lot of that, and understand a lot of it is, you know, is there's always there's a little bit of friendship. So well, they want to hire somebody with that.
Yeah. Well, that's a question that I've been asking. What's going to be the Yeah, you have to ask the folks who want it. Hold on. Let me answer my question. One of the things, well, I'll give you one of the arguments that have been made is that people will look out for the interest of people that look like them before they look out for the interest of people who look like them. That's right.
Fort Lewis. He was with the 2nd and 75th. He was a soldier. I don't care what he's in the rest of it. He was I'm sorry, I'm going to say this. I've heard you. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna answer my question my way, so you're not gonna answer for me. I have listened to your diatribe against Kevin's service to this country for years. I think it's garbage. He served. I don't care if he was teaching yoga at the damn gym. He was a soldier. He wore that uniform. And I think it's time for you to recognize that. And whatever your pettiness is, sir, you need to back off. I think people on this road that put up, and Kevin is put up, he plays nice. There you go.
See. When one loses an argument, they result in profane language.
I kind of knew that was coming. Yeah. Remember, being a lawyer is I never ask a question.
Yeah. Good morning. Who's this?
Come on in. The weather's fine. Yes, sir. Okay. Sir, they really did. It's incredible. He sure did. He sure did. He did it. He did it. He absolutely did it. But did he prosecute her?
Right. Did he even try to?
When he was in the executive branch? Of course he did. We all know that. Yeah, absolutely. but they didn't do it. That's the whole point. There's a difference between action and speech. Okay. I was just saying, Trump's biggest problem is can't stop his mouth. But there's a big difference between free speech. I want to lock up somebody, and then I'm running for an office where I have the power to lock up somebody, and I'm going to. They did. And
somebody saying it is different from somebody trying to implement it. Right. I get it. Yeah. Let me ask something. Is there Is there a difference in me saying I'm gonna smack you than it is me actually smacking you? Isn't there a difference? Again. Yeah, I hear you. That's it. That's because you're a wuss. Handle it. Okay, yeah. What did it? Yeah. Yeah. We does have free speech. We all do. Yeah. You don't have a constitutional right to shoot anybody. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Good morning on air. Good morning. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There are limits on free speech. Please remember, there are limits on free speech. And I am with you, and I agree with you. If he said anything which constitutes illegal speech or illegal action, he should be tried and convicted.
And what did he say? I'm still trying to figure out what he said that was illegal. He did not tell them that.
And if you watch that speech, if you will be open and objective, at the end of the speech, I watched it yesterday. The last sentence of it is go home, let us have peace. His last words. So you actually watched the speech, and he did not tell those people you got to do that on their enduring violence. Uh-huh. That's right. You can incite violence. You can incite crime.
Well, when Obama said, wait a minute, when Obama said they bring a gun, we bring a gun, we go high, we go low. I mean, what was that? Yeah, I mean, so okay, okay, yeah. Well, it all goes back to my original premise when I came on. The more Jesus we have, the less we use. Yeah. And what's wrong with that? That's a dog. That's what they're for. And that's politics. So what's wrong with that? But it's politics, though. No, nobody. The only way Obama would have been a one-term president is that he didn't get reelected. That speech didn't mean. That's what. So what? But so what? Well, what did he do that was good for the country? What did he do that was good for the country? Well, now Trump did. Okay. Well, the Obamacare certainly is not doing a hell of a lot of good for the country because everybody's medical bills going up. Yeah. Makes sense. He also let a lot of black folks out of jail that have been in jail for 30, 20, 30 years on drug charges. He gave HBCUs $100 million. The black president didn't give him jack. Okay, I agree with you. Why we dogging Trump?
Obama was a two-term president, and Trump.
Yeah, Obama was a two-term president. He could have did something. Yeah. And all of these presidents have graduated from Yale and Harvard couldn't come up with a solution for it. And of course, you don't have a problem with it. I think we got it anyway. It's called Medicaid and Medicare. We got it anyway. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we have it anyway. Right. I don't know. I mean, again, I must admit, I've been living on the government for so long with my VA until I don't really know the nuances of the other part of the equation. But again, hell, everybody could have joined the military, I guess. We got the same thing we got. Yeah, they didn't.
Amen.
Yeah. Well, listen. It's difficult right now with the political atmosphere in the military. Girls coming in as boys coming in as girls, boys getting changed to girls. I don't know what the hell that's got to do with defending America. But hey, that's where it goes. Listen, gotta take a break. We'll be back. I guess Nick and I'm gonna ask the question, whatever the case may be. My sidekick, two old paratroopers in here. We got more jump on that. Only thing is one to mess up and be over. We'll be back. This weekend. One of the reasons why I hated that because people like anything he said, whether you're a truck driver, 11B, whatever you are, everybody that has a job to do. That job is part of the mission. I don't know that. But that's what they said. That's the only thing we can give you on this day to go to the range today. That's the job they had available. Okay. I hate it. Because people have this impression that you're done. No, you just a cook. Don't you know that a cook can mess up a whole division if you wanted to? Everybody be going to the bathroom.
I had to go to a class, a bunch of women. It was, we had this small boat on the coast of North Carolina. talking to two of the Marines in a break. One was a jet pilot. One was a infantry. One was a carpenter. I said, why is the carpenter learning small boat construction? He goes, well, everything. You know, and it's the same thing. Now, I'd come back from El Salvador and I had 2 days off and the son called him and so I went to the steam place in Fort Lauderdale, just cleaning in, and met a pretty little girl there. And I started trying to date her, and she fought the yoga at the gym. She was the same way as me. She got the exact same pay. And I was very resentful at first because she taught a 7 a.m. class to the live. Then she would teach an 11 o'clock class to the wives and the left crowd. Then at 3, we would teach a school class for the kids after school. And then at 5, we would teach after the aerobic class. All of these jobs, she had no feeling.
Well, neither does the weatherman, I didn't believe. I
don't with weathermen.
Yeah, I mean, I just,
I took a bunch of them, board observers, weathermen.
Yeah, like I just say, well, okay, if you're in the jungle and you need to get from point A to point B, and that guy you've been talking about there was being 11 Bravo, guess who's the best man in that group to get you from point A to point B? So it depends on the environment that you're in. If the boat's going down, I'm gonna be next to the guy that swim the best. Oh, brother, up a little way.
I got 15 more minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Anything with I'm going to the Trump thing. I'm going to put in a plug for back to school. Okay. Yeah, I got it. I'm in charge of kids. Okay. I've been invited to the I just talked to Al Wilder. Yeah. He's one of the hosts. I said, Al, you're a diehard Republican. All the Republican leadership here in the state. And the rest of the candidates. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Historically, you don't know better. But if the Republican Party has one fault, and that's not being compromise is the heart of those politics. I have to.
And we're back. They played this song. I played this song when we figured out that Trump had won against Hillary Clinton. Yeah, I'm still celebrating. Anyway, 860-1414. I'm here. We're going to talk to them. See who's next on the phone there, and that would be you. Good morning on there. Yeah. Good morning, man. Amen to that.
Is there any particular subject you want to spend 3 minutes talking about? Or you just want to change procedures? And that's fair enough. You know, man, a lot, yeah. Well, you know, in a lot of jurisdictions, a lot of cities around the country, it's the city council meetings are live on local television.
It is here too, though.
But
On YouTube.
on YouTube,
It's on YouTube and Facebook. I'm not saying fair, but okay, understand. You never call your city councilman and schedule for you to be on camera? I understand that, man. Can you call your city councilman and get sponsors? Yes, ma'am. I got that. But listen to the question. Can you call your councilman and schedule to be on camera? With sponsors? I got that. I was just asking. Okay, okay, that's enough about the camera thing right now. Tell me, let's talk a little bit more about it.
I just want to remind your audience, your listeners, there's back to school with ball field in Hackett tomorrow, starting at 9 o'clock. Get away back to school stuff. Feel free to come by, pick up.
What supplies are they? I thought everything's online. What supplies do they need?
Well, what we do is we, with the Lowndes County Children's Policy Council and the local attorneys, we sponsor members of the school board and Department of Resources and corporate sponsors. We give away backpacks.
I thought everybody's carrying Chromebooks now to school, and do they use paper and pencils anymore?
Well, apparently so, because they need them. And it will, of course, provide some refreshment because it'll be hot.
Mm. Okay. Let's take another call right quick. Good morning on there. Yes.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Well, there are actually two different issues there. I don't believe in attorney advertising. I've never liked it. Unfortunately, we've reached a point where the Alabama State Bar and legislature have determined that lawyers can advertise, and some law firms they deal with mass quantities as opposed to one-on-one service, and that's something I've always my practice on. Knowing my clients in the case, not knowing my producer and the videographer. But that's a different story. But as far as tort reform goes, the tort reform has always been, and I guess the best way to say it's like a smoke screen, because most tort reform was encouraged by corporations. And one of the biggest contributors to the cause against, I'm sorry, for tort reform in this country has been corporations like Johnson and Johnson. And if you've been watching litigation, especially on usually firms here for the last couple of decades. Johnson & Johnson back in the 70s had internal knowledge that their product was causing cancer in girls, and they didn't pull it off the market. They just kept going and kept making profit. And now they're getting tagged years later because juries are seeing through people who were hurt by corporations or bad products on getting their just compensation. And yeah, I have to admit, there's some lawsuits that just stun me sometimes that the jurors give out money on, and very little of it's in Alabama. Alabama has a lot of regulations. Well, and it used to, but the Alabama legislature and the Supreme Court of Alabama really have reined in the exorbitant jury verdicts in most cases, especially in medical malpractice and private liabilities. Yeah. Well, to me, when a few people get together and it's sort of like a conspiracy of sorts. It's a group of people, though, yeah. Consortium? Consortium. Oh, okay. Conjugal relation. Yeah, okay. Why don't you just say conjugal relation? Okay. Now, your lawyer's not going to do that. Your lawyer's going to sue either the insurance company or the party because that's part of your damage. If you're in a car wreck and your husband, well, that's compensation for your injury, and those compensation is based upon your actual injuries, the violence associated with the accident, and okay. So, do you place a value on if your wife, or your significant other, whatever your particular species is? That's right. The Pinto was so bad that the joke in the United States was back in the Cold War. If we wanted to defeat the Russians, we'd just fly over and drop them all Pintos by parachute. Oh, and one more correction there, First Sergeant. I don't know how to correct the First Sergeant, but consortium, an agreement, combination, or group, as in companies, formed to undertake an enterprise beyond the resources of any one member. I was right. Okay. Yeah. Just say whoopee. Whoopee worked for it. Yeah, whoopee worked. I'm a simple guy. You got to go to Kevin's level. Yeah. Well, it does affect insurance rates. I will tell you this: according to the National Highway Traffic Safety data, which I have and used in the case last year, the number one reason for traffic accidents in the United States is driver's education in high school, because it is so poorly conducted, so poorly supervised, and in some states, your driver's ed teacher can give you a certificate, and that's how you don't have to take a driver's test. Just go down and they give you your license. So if you get a crappy teacher in high school, like you've ever had, a teacher's driver's ed, you've got a crappy driver on the road. And somebody like me, when somebody gets injured, I'm going to eat them alive. Well, Z is going to be on the road. Yeah, well, I know Z is going to have practice because I know his dad. Yeah. He'll be on the road this year, though. Or we're going to put stickers all on the car. New driver.
Anyway, appreciate the call this time. We got to go take a break. We just got to run. So bless you all.
I actually have the command sergeant major of Marine Corps coming down with my car.
Huh?
Rob Parker.
Oh, let's say hi, Bill Cobb. Well,
I love Bill.
you know Bill?
No, Bill's a good guy. Not that I know of.
No, way back. So he's not. Wait. Okay. What he's married to the.
Studies show if you get to these kids earlier, their chances are better. And kids who read well by third grade are more likely to graduate. So join me in United Way.
All righty then. Okay, don't forget now. Listen, tonight, if y'all call my phone, leave a message because I'll be hanging out with Trump. Trump speaker tonight. Yeah, I'll be the guy in the black tux. I probably won't wear a tux. I'll probably just wear a because I'll be the biggest guy in there. So I'm not gonna accidentally think I got money. So I'm just gonna put on a regular suit tonight. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. A regular suit. So I'm trying to hit the TV screen. So they probably want to interview me because they're gonna wear the hell I'm able to do it. I'll make us look good on TV. Yeah, I'll make us look good on TV. Good morning, what's this? Yes. Answer. I don't know why people ask me if I know things. Been doing this for 30 years. Of course I know. Yeah, but I don't care if you take the money over. I don't care if you take the money over and give it to them. I just don't. You're right. Oh, okay. Um, he's actually coming to see me. He's actually coming to see me though. Yeah. I got. I know. But I got to run, brother. I got to run. I got to run. You didn't have 4 minutes. I gave you 4 minutes for me now. Somebody else want to talk. I'm almost over. My time's almost up. Good morning. Who's this? All righty then. Never know. Never know. What does always? And next week we're going to continue my conversation about what we had about this whole cultural thing here. The only people that can represent us are people who look like us. I think that's a misnomer. I think that that's not true. But that's just another thing. Good morning. Who's this? Now you know you wait. Oh, you know you've been bad. You said a bad word. You know you can't talk. You said a bad word. You can't do that. Right? You gotta learn how to. You gotta learn not to take the emotional stuff out on my phone. Okay? I'm just saying. And that's our follow-up conversation around this thing sometimes in this business. You know, you can disagree. You can agree to disagree. You don't have to call people names. Insult my veracity. You know, we'll never agree on something. That's cool. But if everybody's thinking the same, then somebody is not thinking at all. So we get it. Okay. Disagreement is okay. Okay, but it should not take you to vitriolic states of mind. Okay, I'm just saying. Be smart like me. Learn a word a day and learn how to use the word. That's why I give you guys a word every day. So you can put those words together and tell the man where to put it, and he'll shake your hand because you told him. Okay, that's me. You know, I mean, I want this 6'3" guy right now, tell him to kiss my grid, but I won't say it exactly like that. I'll say words like, "Sir, have you had lunch yet?" But if not, you can get some posterior down at the local restaurant. You see, what did I just tell the guy? I told the guy to kiss my butt. Okay? I want you to go to the restaurant, get some posterior, and put your lips up. Okay? Now he'll say, well, that sounds good. Okay, see, I told him same thing, but I won't get my butt kicked because he don't know what I said. All right, one more call. Good morning. Yeah, yeah. I know he did. That was a long time ago. I know. Yeah, I think it was wrong. It was, but it was a long time. What, 50 years ago? I also remember me doing the wrong things when I was young also. You have to forgive people. As you care, you care. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess I got to go on that one. But anyway, listen, I know about the Central Park. Listen, I wasn't there. I don't know the temperament of New York at that time. Should he had taken out a full-page ad on the paper without all the information available to him to criticize and condemn those young men? Probably not. But he was not the president of the United States at that time. He was a citizen. And then why is it that the same people who dog him now like Al Sharpton and everybody, they gave him an award. The NAACP and Jesse Jackson gave the man an award for Citizen of the Year one day. So hey, all about politics. Anyway, listen, I'll take some pictures of me and Donald tonight. See you later.